Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley, if you didn't already know that. Thanks for clicking on today's video. So today we are going to be talking about the two recent directs that just came out. There was a Wholesome Direct and a Nintendo Direct. So I'm going to be doing a little roundup of all of my favorite games that were highlighted. There were a ton of games featured in both of these, so I'm going to do the ones that I thought were interesting. I'm not going to go through every single one of them because then you should just go watch the directs themselves. Before we get into it though, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel if you are not already. I post lots of videos of different gameplays once or twice a week, different long play, cozy gaming videos, and every once in a while I throw in a video like this. So stick around if you're into that kind of stuff. So first we're going to go through the Wholesome Direct. This part is going to be long. There was a lot of really interesting games, so it was hard to narrow it down. They featured 53 games in this showcase, and like I said, I will not be going over all of them because you can just go watch the direct. I will link the Wholesome Direct below if you do want to go watch just the entire thing and hear the developers talk about things a little bit. You can do that as well. Let's go ahead and get into it. So the first game that I want to highlight, I am going to go in order of the way they were highlighted in the video, just an FYI. So first up is Dressmaker. This one, I was so excited when I saw this game. So this is a dressmaking sim, if you didn't already get that. You are running a dress shop and you get to design and sew dresses for your clients. So I recently started sewing, so this is like worlds colliding. I love a good management sim game, and this one's really different. I've never seen like a sewing sim before, so I'm very excited to try this one out. I love that you get to design the dress based on what the clients are asking for and what they like, and the detail that you go into and like the actual sewing process is really impressive. Whole shebang. You get to design it, make up the patterns, pick out your fabrics, cut out your fabric, put it on the sewing machine, onto a mannequin, pins everywhere. It looks really, really fun. So I will definitely be picking this one up when it comes out, and it will be coming out in September of this year to Steam. Yeah, that's Dressmaker. I'm really excited to give that one a try. Okay, next up is Fields of Mistria. Now, I know this isn't technically a new game, but they did highlight it in the direct, and if you're into cozy gaming at all, you already know what this game is, but we're finally getting the full release. So it's been in early access for what feels like years at this point. It's been quite a while, but they're finally bringing out the full release. So this game is so pretty. It's been described as Stardew Valley meets Sailor Moon. I haven't tried this one yet, but I might have to pull the trigger when it finally releases. In this farming sim, you are building the farm of your dreams while helping to rebuild the town you just moved to. There's magic, romance, adventure. I have been hoping that they would port it over to the Nintendo Switch because I know this game is going to take over my whole life when I try it, and I really don't like sitting at my PC for that long. So fingers crossed they announce that at some point, but for now this is going to be coming full release to Steam on August 5th. Next one on my list is Tinkernest. So this is a really adorable crafting and colony sim. You're playing as a cute pixelated hamster. I think they didn't actually tell you. They don't say anywhere what kind of animal it is. Looks like a hamster. I'm gonna call him a hamster. So you play as a cute pixelated hamster, and you get to meet some adorable villagers, explore some ancient tunnels, and do a ton of crafting. You can combine literally anything and everything, including the villagers, to see what comes out and learn new crafting recipes. So you can work on your village, help the villagers, and curate your perfect home. And the villagers will even help you to automate everything. So this game is releasing on Steam at some point. They have not set a release date yet. Next up, I've actually heard about this one for a while before this direct came out, and that is Moonlight Peaks. So in this sim, basically, it's a vampire farming sim. You're playing as a young vampire moving back into their parents' old cottage in the town of Moonlight Peaks. This game really looks like it has everything you could ever want. Magic, there's romance, decorating, farming. You can do pottery and flower arranging, and based on the extent of the content of this game, it looks like there's going to be many, many other hobbies that you can include for your little farmer. I think this game has a lot of potential as long as everything works well. Sometimes when a game tries to do everything, they do nothing well. So I really hope that's not the case here, because this looks like it could be a really, really fun game. And it was developed by Marvelous, which is the developer for all of the Story of Seasons games. So high hopes there. There is a demo live now on Steam, Switch, and Google Play, and the full release is coming on July 7th. Okay, next up, this one, I don't even really know what the point of this game is, but it looks awesome, is Cappy Castaway. So in this game, you play as a capybara, and honestly, that's like enough to sell me on this one. In this cozy exploration adventure, you team up with a crow to solve puzzles, help animals, and explore a mysterious island after a flood. So you can play this one solo or with a friend, and this is coming out on Steam. They don't really have a set release date, but they did say that they would have a demo out soon. Next, I'm just going to do a really quick shout out to Is This Seat Taken? They just announced that they're releasing this title onto PlayStation 5 this summer. I played the demo on my channel a little bit ago, and I really enjoyed it. So if you want to go check that out before you decide if you want to take the plunge into this game or not, I will link it here. Yeah, if you want to just go watch some gameplay and decide on if it's for you before you grab it. Okay, next up on the actual list of new games that are coming out is Milki Delivery. So this one looks really cute and really pretty. It's from the same developers who came out with Minami Lane, which is also a very beautiful game that I've been wanting to play. In this one, though, you play as a bike courier traveling through gorgeous landscapes to deliver, you guessed it, milk to a bunch of villagers. You have your pet cow to take care of and a community that needs your help healing. Healing from what? I'm not sure, but apparently your pet cow is the only cow left, which explains why you're so busy delivering milk to everybody. It has all the components of a good management sim. There's resource management, upgrades, big map to explore, new recipes to try. I'm really excited to try this one. I think it just looks like a very wholesome, it says it's a pretty short adventure game, so I think it's going to be a good few hours to just lock in and kind of get to explore the universe that they've created and enjoy all of the wonderful artwork that they have in this game. The demo is currently live, and a full release will be coming this year sometime to Steam. All right, next up we've got Patience is a Virtue. So this one is a mystery puzzle game, which I'm excited because I love a good mystery. So in this mystery puzzle game, you are playing as a chronically ill college grad who just moved back home, and everything kind of feels different. So you end up communicating with an entity through a cassette player, and you have to communicate with the townsfolk to try and solve the mystery. It sounds like it could be a really good storyline. The chronically ill college grad also feels a little close to home for me, so I'm intrigued to see how this game plays. This one is launching on Steam, and there is a demo out now. Okay, next up is Momento. This one I was the most excited to play this game. It's very similar to Unpacking, which is another game that I've played and loved, so I was really excited to see this one. In this game, you are organizing rooms and making decisions on what to keep. See how the choices you make play out over your lifetime. Starting in childhood, pick out toys that represent your dreams for the future and follow those dreams into adulthood. Looks like it's going to be a great organizing game, but also with a deeper story to it. It is out now on Steam and is going to be coming to consoles on June 30th. Also a note, it is on sale right now for 15% off until June 20th. Alright, number 10 on our list, we've got Froggy Brews. You're a frog, and you make tea. In this narrative adventure, you go out and forage for ingredients, explore the area, play mini games, and discover the stories of the townsfolk that you serve. You and your tea is what is holding this community together. This looks so cute. Another great life sim with a cute little twist. You're a frog. There is a demo out now on Steam with the full release coming sometime in 2027. All right, next up we've got Go-Go Town. I'm gonna be honest, this one during the direct caught my attention because of the music and the voiceover that they used.
Roll up your sleeves, Mayor, and get to work.
I don't know, it just really caught my attention. So anyways, this is another town building game. Yes, there have been quite a few of those coming out recently, but this one does look different to kind of every other one that I've seen lately. So for this one, you are the mayor of your new town and you are developing it from the ground up by cleaning it up, making it look great, making sure it's productive, and bringing in all sorts of townfolk. It looks like there's a lot of little mini games you can play with your townsfolk and a lot of different options for different aesthetics. It's currently in early access with the full release coming on June 18th on Steam and Switch. This next one is just really silly. It's called Little Cheeseworks, and it's a very cute and chaotic co-op game where you are playing as overworked mice in a shady cheese company. So your job is to carry cheese while overcoming traps and obstacles, all while staying silent so you don't wake the cat. You can play with 2 to 4 players, and you can use the voice chat feature to communicate with each other when the cat is not around. This is coming to Steam sometime in Q3. Alright, next up we have another frog game. It is called Walk the Frog. In this cozy adventure game, you are helping to guide Froggo through the world on sticky notes so he can make it home to his best friend. You meet animal friends while solving drag and drop puzzles to get Froggo home. This is out now on Steam and has a free demo for you to try first if you'd like. Next up is Anemorie, I think is how you say that. I think it's supposed to be a mix of Anna and Memory. So this game is set in the 90s and you play as Anna. She has a heart condition and the ability to see memories embedded in cherished objects. You help Anna with her daily routines, unique minigames, and immerse yourself in the emotional journey as she confronts her past and forges meaningful relationships. The art style on this game is really gorgeous. I love the kind of retro feel to it, and I'm just really excited to see the kind of storyline unfold in this game. There is a demo out now on Steam with a full release coming soon. Last one from this direct is Paralives. You've probably heard something about this game by now. Basically, it is a general life sim. It is all about building homes, lives, and bonds with others. Find out where your story will take you. It's very much giving The Sims. I'm really excited to see something similar to The Sims that is not The Sims. It seems like this one is more narrative driven, and I have heard literally nothing but great things about this since its release in May. So I'm intrigued to try it out. I might wait for it to go on sale because it is currently 45 Canadian dollars, which is a bit steep for me for a game that I'm not sure I will enjoy, especially when The Sims 4 is free on Steam. So that's just my thought on that. But it is early access right now on Steam. All right, so that was a lot. There were so many more that looked great, but I don't want to be here all day. So moving on to the Nintendo Direct that just happened. This is going to be much shorter than the last section. There were a lot of battle RPGs, fighting games, that style of game, which just is not my cup of tea. It's not what I'm looking for in a new game. But if you are really into those games, I suggest you just go watch the Nintendo Direct, which I will also link here. You'll probably find quite a few new games that you can be excited for. But I'm just going to highlight the few that I thought looked great in this Direct. So starting off with the first game that they actually brought up in the Direct is Rhythm Heaven Groove. As the title suggests, this is a rhythm game. So think like Guitar Hero, that kind of thing, where you have to hit the certain button at like the right time with the rhythm. It feels very much like a WarioWare game crossed with like a Guitar Hero game. So you hit the correct button on the beat. I love games like this because they're just really easy to empty your head and just like lock in and just focus on the game. They're busy enough that you have to really pay attention, but it's not like you actually have to think. I do like that it looks like this one is going to be taking things a little bit further than just a baseline rhythm game with some storyline stuff. Like eventually you can get into defeating monsters using the rhythm. I also love the retro feel of it. It just feels like a really good old school game. And you can play with friends locally, so if you live with someone or have some friends over, extra controllers, you guys can work together to move through this game. This one is coming out on July 2nd to both Switch 1 and Switch 2. The next one, very cute, very silly, Hello Kitty Party Land. So this one looks basically like Mario Party, but make it Hello Kitty. I love Mario Party games. They're so much fun. There's just lots of mini games and board games that you can play with friends. You get to design your own avatar, and there's a bunch of different Sanrio characters in the game, and they all have their own little mini games themed to them that you can play through. It just looks like silly, wholesome fun. Definitely a good game to play with some friends, so I'm really excited to pick this one up later. and it is coming out on October 29th to both Switch 1 and Switch 2. Next on my list is Pikuniku 2. This just looks like the weirdest platformer I've ever seen, but in the best way. In this puzzle exploration adventure, you wander, solve, and gossip your way through a world where everything is not as it seems. Your goal is to protect the potato. Question mark. Meet more weird characters as you try to find your other weird friends and make your way back home. This is coming out on Switch 2 only, not Switch 1, in 2027 sometime. I think this game looks really fun and interesting. Obviously, I don't have a Switch 2. Not obviously. I don't own a Switch 2. So I went and looked, and Pikuniku 1 is on Switch 1, and it's currently on sale for like $3. You can also play it on the Switch 2. So if you're like me and you're just hearing about this game now, perfect time to go grab the first one for very, very cheap and try that game out before the second one releases next year, and you may or may not want to try it. Okay, the last one that I'm gonna highlight, I know I told you it was short, is The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Remake. It definitely feels like they saved the biggest title for last. I know a lot of Zelda fans are going to be really excited about this. I kind of assume everyone knows at least slightly what Zelda games are. It's an adventure role-playing game with exploring and fighting. You know the drill. Save the princess. I have not played a Zelda game in a very long time. Like, I think the last Zelda game I played was on my PlayStation 1, so it's been a long time. I was never really a big Zelda gal, but what I have heard is Ocarina of Time is very much like a cult classic Zelda game. A lot of people say it's the greatest Zelda of all time, so I know a lot of Zelda fans are going to be very, very excited to play this remake. It is coming to Switch 2 only sometime later this year. All right, that is my quick little roundup from those two gaming directs. I now have a lot of games on my wish lists. I have a ton of demos to try out. Let me know in the comments which games you are planning on picking up. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.